to another Inside Music Row. Today we'll talk with Craig Morgan about his new music out next week. We'll also check in with Brantley Gilbert at his very first #1 party as an artist. Finally, we'll chat with the legendary Frankie Avalon about a special malt shop event. All this and more coming up Inside Music Row. Hey there, I'm Bailey, and I'm so glad you joined us for another Inside Music Row. We've got a great show today, so let's get started with the upcoming ACM Awards weekend. Luke Bryan and Eric Church are getting set for some special pre-award shows in Las Vegas. The two will each headline a night at the Fremont Street Experience March 30th and 31st before the ACM Awards Sunday, April 1st. This is the 6th consecutive year for the free and open to the public concerts. The guys from Rascal Flatts are stoked about the new upcoming project, Changed, which hits stores April 3rd. This is their 7th studio album and their 2nd on Big Machine Records. Their last project debuted at #1 on the Billboard Country Albums chart and is currently at platinum status, so hopes are high for Changed. The Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum postponed the annual All for the Hall event when Keith Urban needed throat surgery. But now that he's getting better, the date has been reset for April 10th. Look for Keith to perform at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena along with Vince Gill, Lady A, Rascal Flatts, Alabama, and many more. Taylor Swift has always been great at making something good come from something bad. She's recently gone through a crash and burn heartbreak, which has given her inspiration now for her 4th album. Good thing she's never been a stranger to writing about bad boyfriends. She says that's the only way she can feel better about herself, by writing songs about it for some sort of clarity. Now it's time to go inside the song. We had a chance to talk to Shane Miner, who wrote a big hit with David Lee Murphy that Kenny Chesney took all the way to #1. Here's Shane talking about the hit, Live a Little.
I had the idea, and I was writing with David that day, and we were, when it is when we were writing, we're like looking for an idea, and I said, man, I got this idea called Live a Little, Love a Lot, and he's like, man, I love that. So we just sat and started writing, drove around and had lunch, and we're singing it. It was a summer day, and he's like, and David goes, man, this sounds like Kenny Chesney. And I'm like, you think? And he's like, yeah, I think it sounds like Kenny Chesney. So we went back and finished it, put a work tape down of it, and we sat on the song for probably about 3 or 4 months, and then demoed it, and Doug Casmus sent it to Kenny and Buddy, and the rest is history. I need to live a little, have some fun.
March will be here before we know it, and that brings springtime, at least here in Nashville anyway. Summer tours will hit the road soon, but in the meantime, let's take a quick peek at who's going where and when. We have to take a quick little break now, but before we go, I want to let you know that we have a few copies of the new Craig Morgan disc, This Old Boy, up for grabs. The CD goes on sale next week, but you can enter for your very own copy online at InsideMusicRow.com. Just enter your info or update your profile, and you'll be good to go. We'll hear all about that new music next, so don't go away. We'll be back in a sliver.